Okay, and we are live. People should be able to see us and hear us.
Melon Touch has been disabled. Too many comments. Done with
Yeah.
those.
What's going? Oh, they can't hear you. I didn't flip this over. Hang on a second. Now they can hear you.
Excellent. Well, some Dungeons and Dragons tonight. Going back to the classic first edition. Now, I'm going to say off the bat, this is a relearning experience for me. I'm a little rusty, and I'm starting this campaign weeks sooner than I anticipated. Thanks, Chuck.
We appreciate it. I was really sad when I thought we were going to have to wait until December to play this again, so I'm super happy.
Yeah, your pain is our pleasure here, Bert.
There we go.
We are
There we
excited.
go. I will try and mete out some pain of my own to you. So let's just go across the shelf here. And Chuck, why don't you introduce yourself, your character, a little bit about the person.
Sure, I'm Chuck from Defenders of Kobold. I also run stuff on Free League Publishing and Goodman Games Official. Tonight, I'm continuing playing Viet, our Dwarven cleric. I think I'm pretty hurt, if I remember correctly. I am
Pretty
not
damn hurt.
I am not in good shape at all. So if I had to put bets on whose character is going to die first, it would definitely be my character.
Were you at 0 or are you in negatives?
I think he's got the head
I would
start. He's
0.
at 0.
Yes, you're just unconscious in a coma. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Anything you want to plug?
Yeah, Defenders of
out of the way.
Kobold, twitch.tv/Defenders of Kobold. We also have a couple zines out, our Dan Dies in the End and our Hallowzine. And here in 2 or 3 weeks, we're looking at possibly having a third zine out. So,
Oh, very good. Very
that's
good.
cool stuff.
Jen.
Oh my gosh, I was not prepared for this. I am playing Odette tonight, and she is a druid. I'm really hoping that she doesn't die. But I did a bad that we'll talk about in a little bit. I did a bad and it happened. And we might all die. So there's that. Yeah, I'm Jen. I'm a defender of Kobold. Sometimes I prod people on Friendin's art stream, which he'll talk about in a little bit. But where we find these gentlemen is where you find me.
I believe your character is the goth Disney princess. Is that?
She is.
Yeah. All right.
She is.
Brendan.
I'm Grown Wolf, and I carry a staff, so they call me Grown Wolf and Club. And basically, I'm an elven caster, and I haven't gotten to cast anything yet, and I'm down to 4 HP. And due to the aforementioned mistakes of the previous session, we'll see if I ever cast anything before I die. With that in mind, my name is Frendon. I'm a defender of Kobold as well. You can find me doing tabletop with all these fine people and pretty much all their channels all the time. And you can find me making art with Jen often at twitch.tv/Frendon. So thanks for having me, everybody.
Playing Sully tonight.
I'm Jeff. I run a little group called Adventures in Lollygagging. We're on twitch.tv/the Lollygaggers. We also play on Free League Publishing every other Monday, including last night. I am playing the gnomish thief, Sully, who primarily likes to steal from old people that are in nursing homes. But apparently, we're ratcheting up the difficulty slightly. He's already almost been eaten by a frog, and now he's stepping through a portal into I don't know, Bert knows where. So yeah, yep. I guess that's karma, I suppose.
Cultist and the elderly beware.
Yes.
That's the motto going in. And bringing up our rear guard, Oak.
Hey, this is Oak. You can catch me hanging out with these people a lot. I'm not a defender, but I hang out with them a bunch. I also have a couple of 5e things going on Fridays and Saturday nights. You can catch those on Twitch or YouTube. Urience, Uraence. That's where I'll be found. And I am playing Thybor, a half-orc fighter, with a 5 charisma and a 7 comeliness. So he is quite the looker and the charmer.
Both have done well for him. So last session, you well, first of all, you guys step out from a portal into a very dark space. Those of you that can see,
Sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
those of you that can see in the dark, it is a chamber cavern, really, kind of chipped away so that it's circular. There is an iron-bound door directly in front of you, but the more interesting and perhaps terrifying thing is that as you step out of the portal into safety, there's a chime of a very bassy bell that's quite loud that tolls as you enter this chamber. The last person through, you turn around. There's no sign of the altar. There's no sign of your cultist pursuers. There's also no sign of a way back out. So what brought you here? Do a little recap. What do you guys
I don't know. Who knows what could possibly have gotten us here?
It's great.
Yeah, it just all happened so fast. I really couldn't pin it on any one inciting event or person.
The best of intentions got us here.
Yeah.
That's
So-
what it is.
Yeah. So if I remember correctly, we were fighting some guards in this temple. We kind of threw them off because I'm wearing that cape that has the symbol of their god on it, and threw them off. But we fought them, and we were being closed in on, and we had nowhere else to go. And this altar was open because one of the cultists tried to push it open and was trying to reach it. And somebody's hand was bleeding, I believe, and they put their hand on the altar, which opened up the door. And as you know, when you put blood on an altar and a door opens, you always go through it. It's like the polite thing to do. It's like the Ring doorbell. They see you doing that, and they're like, "Who the fuck is ringing? Okay, just come on inside." And so we went in, and then that's whenever we realized it got real bad. It got real bad. We shouldn't
I
have been
like
here.
how you use someone put blood on the altar.
Yeah, I have no idea who.
You know what? Everybody was me. Sorry. I had a dry nose. I sneezed, and some of it just right on the altar.
I mean, I'm full HP, so I don't know how I could have possibly be bleeding if I have full hit points.
That's just science.
Who carried Viet's body over? And Viet, how did you come to be an unconscious, comatose body?
So I don't know who carried me over. I don't remember. I was
think
unconscious.
I did. Yeah, you saved my life once, so I tried to reciprocate. I think that's what it was.
I appreciate that.
Check your pockets.
Yeah.
No,
That's,
don't do that. I'm bored.
Yeah, we were in this little dungeon. We went in after fighting some frogs outside and came across cult members. And I don't remember exactly what we did. We were trying to avoid alerting them, but we definitely alerted them. I don't remember the exact detail. And they all came charged in. We were trapped, kind of what we thought was a dead end, and tried to funnel them. I just had some real bad luck trying to put some of them down, and they put me down first. So, yeah.
All right. Anybody else want to add to the story so far?
So
If
I
not,
kind
that's
of
it.
remember how we alerted them because we found these 3 bedroom doors, or at least we thought they were bedroom doors because we heard someone snoring.
Mm-hmm.
And then someone, again, I don't know who, was trying to pick the doors, locks and such. And one of those was sort of trapped or something. And then that kind of alerted, stuff started moving. And then, yeah. I mean, let's not point fingers. It's not, that's in the past.
Last session, I think I asked you what the name of your company is, and I think I'm just going to go with the Blame Shifters now. I mean, I think
that's about
right.
that's fitting.
Yeah.
I think there was a 6th party member who isn't with us anymore that we left behind because they were so bad and did all these terrible things that got
That's
us into
true.
this position.
Must have been that
If
guy.
this guy dies, my next character is going to be named somebody.
Somebody. Yeah.
This,
Somebody.
I was going to say his name's Alan anyway.
Oh shit! The shade.
Well, you guys are, as I said, in a chamber hewn out of rock. There's only one exit out. There doesn't appear to be really anything in the room itself. And again, no sign of the altar from which got you here in the first place. You've got one unconscious member in your midst here. And again, the ominous, loud bell tolling that happened as you stepped into the room. So what up?
How many tolls of the bell?
It's one long,
Just one.
really bass
Oh, man.
hole that's still reverberating.
Ouch. Hey, Melissa.
That's not good.
So, anybody can do something for Viet here. He banged his noggin, and anybody here got the drinks or something? And I'll just start shaking him like, Viet, wake up! Smack him a little bit. See if
Yeah,
that
roll
works.
me a d6.
You
I
got
got
it.
him with my foot. Do something.
It's 4.
All right, so you're going
Oh,
to be
sorry.
in a coma for 40 minutes before you come back with 1 hit point,
Oh, sorry.
assuming no
That's
one
okay.
has anything that can make you come back faster.
No, that would be me who can make people come back faster.
Mm.
Uh-huh.
Mm.
So he's alive. He's just unresponsive. He's got a really nasty wound on the side of his head,
During these 40 minutes, I'd like to. Oh, I'm
and
sorry.
he snores real bad too. He's probably
Sorry,
going to
Robert.
die of that before anything else.
Probably.
No, I was saying, does he have anything in his pockets that can help him?
I don't know. What have you got in inventory?
In my inventory, anything that would help me. Let me find inventory again.
You could just delete the valuables, Chuck.
Uh-huh.
'cause they're
Yeah,
not
that
there.
sounds
They're not
about
there
right.
anymore.
Those were left
They must have
behind.
fallen out when we dragged you inside.
Yeah. I really don't have anything that could bring me up. It's all, traveling supplies and so yeah, no healing equipment, no first aid kits, no bandages. I gotta take a magical.
An unconscious one.
Yeah.
While we're waiting, I'd like to check for secret doors in this little room that we're in, like around the outer edges or in the floor.
All right. Are you of this thiefly persuasion? If so, you should have a skill for that. Go ahead and
Yep.
roll it.
I am not a thief, but I got that. I think elves get it too, don't they?
Yeah, actually, that's something that I did. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
You wouldn't had rolled it there.
Oh,
So
okay.
what did you roll?
1 and 6. So let me just roll a d6. 3.
3. Okay. No, but you are able to determine that the one well-bound door is quite secured.
Okay.
If you choose to rattle it a little bit, you can tell that there's probably a bar on the other side. There is no lock to pick. There is no knob to turn.
Okay. Hey, everybody, this door seems formidable. It's definitely barred from the other side, and my little wizard arms can't do a thing about it.
So I have a thing called, I didn't name it particularly well. I just called it underground stuff. And apparently gnomes are decent at sort of detecting existing slopes and gradients on safe walls, ceilings, floors.
Yeah, you can do the same thing.
Okay.
Roll a
Well, I'm not
D6.
looking. I'm just looking to see if there's like anything in the walls, or if there's cracks in the walls or in the ceiling, something like that. That might be
Yeah,
an alternative
sure.
way around. Okay, hang on. I guess should I just roll a d6 for that?
Just roll a d6. Mhm.
Yeah. Sorry.
Hey,
Rolled a one.
not bad. No, and as a matter of fact, you can tell that someone went to painstaking care to make sure that any seams and any flaws in the cavern were hewn away.
Okay.
Someone paid particular attention to the fact that there would be nothing to exploit in the walls.
Okay. Well, shit.
There's no light source in this room.
Not for your human eyes, nope.
I'm going to do a stupid thing, and I'm going to light a torch.
Okay, you light a torch, and it does light, but it's very odd. The light it produces doesn't cast more than a few feet away, and instead of the golden, orange, red light you are familiar with, it's more of a sickly green amber light that it casts.
Oh, man.
But it is enough to see by.
I'd like to take it up to the door and examine what the door looks like on our side.
On your side, the door looks like, well, it's definitely solid. And it looks like people have tried to claw their way through it or to bash their way through it, as there are signs of some damage to it, but it is very thick. It's also bound in iron, so what little damage was done was cosmetic at best. Okay, so hold on a second. That was 2. Never mind the die on the screen that I'm rolling
Okay.
down. Means nothing.
Are the hinges like which way
Are
does the
not
door
on your
open?
side.
Damn it. I should have asked which way does the door open, then I could have gotten you. Bert. I could
We're
have
trapped
gotten
in
you.
here.
With what Sully has told you and what you're seeing, you have a sneaking suspicion that this is a cell.
Didn't someone have a 10-foot pole on them? I thought I didn't
I
buy
do.
one because I thought, okay,
I've got one, so if you want to borrow the one off of my unconscious body.
Well,
I'm gonna grab it and point. Or is there any purchase underneath the door to try to get leverage and fulcrum with the 10-foot pole?
There's a small crack. You can give it a try.
Okay.
hang on, don't break that. I start rolling my shoulders, loosening them up. Back
Yeah,
up.
I hand the
way.
pole to you actually because like I could barely lift the pole.
I'm
sure.
going to try to ram it with my shoulder first.
Oh, okay, all right, then I'll stand in the back and wait with the pole.
Oh, give me a Ben Bar's lift gate roll. It's a percentage check.
Nope.
All right. It is damn sturdy. It shakes a bit. So, I mean, you know that there is a method to open this, but it's withstanding even your considerable might and bulk. That's another action.
I can try the pole. I think I'm going to break it, though. That's pretty solid.
All right, here's the pole, buddy.
If you want to try and use the pole as a lever, add a 10% bonus. It's not made for this sort of thing. It's not iron. I mean, just wood, but it'll give you a 10% bonus, and you can try again.
On bin bars?
Yes.
Oh, so close. I had a 20.
Yeah, you're 2 off. Actually, this time you get the frame to rattle a little bit, but unfortunately, you do break the 10-foot pole.
I was kind of sure I thought that happened. I just pulled both pieces back out to you.
Oh, cool. 2 5-foot poles, very handy. And I just kind of toss them onto Viet's body. How would everyone feel about me shooting, let's say, magic missiles at this door?
Right. I'm just going to go pull Viet into the corner and you go right ahead.
Okay, how big is that? Okay, the hole's big enough, so it's probably what, like a 3-inch or so gap.
Maybe a 2-inch gap. It's not, 3 inches is a bit excessive.
I'm going to take my 2-handed sword and start trying to like jab at it and work my way, like try to make a big enough hole to squish the gnome through.
All right. You start digging. Yes, your sword can bite into the floor of the cavern. It's a little rocky at first, but then it breaks up and you're able to get chunks out, and you start working at that. I would like everybody that's got better than human hearing, give me a D6 roll.
I do actually have something called hear noise
Yes.
as a thief skill. Should I roll that, or do you want to?
Yeah, the way that I do it is that if a thief has something that will double up that everybody else gets, you can roll both. So you can try your thief skill first, and if that fails, you can do the D6.
Got it.
Hey, you hear the sound of heavy boot-shod feet, and the sound of you would say shackles or chains, coming down. They're speaking to one another. And what languages do you speak?
Most of the shorty ones, like Common, Dwarvish, Gnomish.
All right. Can't make it out. It's some demi-human speech. They're intelligent, if nothing else.
Goblin,
Did anyone
kobold.
else? Okay, none of those.
Okay.
Orcish in my alignment language.
Did you pass a hearing check?
I rolled a 1.
You rolled a 1. Okay, so what are your languages?
Common, Orcish, and on my alignment.
All right. No, none of the above.
You that did hear something, could you try repeating it to me? I know Common, Elven, Knoll, Gnomish, Goblin, Halfling, Hobgoblin, Orcish, a little French.
Sounded like.
Oh,
I also heard big feet and shackles. They're coming to kill us. But
Turns out we actually just teleported like to the other side of one of those doors we were trying to get in. It's actually selling. It's the same booted card out front.
Oh no.
Oak, roll a d4. You think by the amount of earth that you've moved around, by the time you make a hole big enough to shove your gnomish friend through, whatever's coming your way is going to be here.
I'm just going to like kind of put my head down and try to look underneath real quick. I've got
Okay.
dark vision.
There's a group of 4 very large humanoids coming up this way. They've got a number of shackles and chains over their arms. They seem to be going through, seeing which ones are still good, talking to one another. Bugbears.
Okay. Turn to those real quick and whisper, look like bugbears, get ready. And I'm going to stand beside the door. Like, so if it opens, I can just whack straight down on something.
All right. Is anyone else doing anything?
Yeah, I'll get kind of by the door as well and try to have a weapon ready.
Yeah, I'm gonna go against the back wall directly across from the door, and essentially be a distraction for them as my heavier hitters are on the other sides of the door frame.
Who's to the right of the frame? Who's to the left of the frame? There's really only enough room for one person on each side.
I'll be on the hinge side, so whatever the hinge side is.
Well, you don't know. The hinges aren't on your side, so you don't know how the door opens.
Go left, I guess.
As
good.
we do, yeah. I'm gonna try to have my crossbow ready directly on the far wall opposite the door.
Where's Viet's body? And Jen, what's Odette doing?
Odette's going to square up with the door and have her hand ready to cast Fairy Fire.
Nice. Okay.
And
So
I
you're
Viet's
right in
body
front of the door.
I'm like backed. I'm like essentially like backed up, but I have the door in my sights so that I can cast Fairy Fire.
But
So
it sounds
the
like
two of us
Grown Wolf's
are-
behind you.
Yeah, I think
Yeah?
I might be
Okay.
a little further back. Yeah.
All right. And Oak, where are you placing yourself?
I'll be on the right side of the door.
Or Fiber? Okay, very good. I'm going to see here if they notice your hole or not. They don't. You guys hear the sound of a very heavy beam of wood being scraped and moved from the other side of the door. And they push their way in. Okay, so I tell you what. Oak, why don't you roll me a d6? So if you roll a 1 or a 2, they'll be surprised. So no chance of you being surprised, but I'm going to let you roll for them. 5. They're not surprised. Okay, so we are going to go into just normal initiative then. Chuck, since you're just laying there unconscious, why don't you do something? Roll a d6 for your side.
You got it. Got a 6.
That's not good.
All right, know it.
No, it's really good actually. So they will start on segment 6. You guys start on segment 3.
Nice.
I should have asked. Jen, you said that Odette was going to cast Fairy Fire. That's the only spell casting I heard.
Mm-hmm.
Correct.
That is what I wanted to do.
All right, so you guys start on segment 3. Just who wants to go first?
I have a big two-hander ready. I'll swing.
Okay, yeah, go for it. Oh, and by the way, Sully, unfortunately the door opens towards you, so you're behind the door now.
Okay.
Okay.
That's actually not so bad because that'll let me, backstab
right.
basically.
Makes sense.
What armor class did you hit there, Oak?
I don't think I hit anything with a 5.
No, 5. No, it's a swing and a miss. Do you have multiple attacks? Probably not at first
Not
level.
yet.
Just checking. Okay. Who wants next?
Before too many more allies get in the way, I wouldn't mind firing a melee. I don't want to hit our Fairy Fire casting friend or Sully if they get in the mix.
Technically, casting would go first.
Okay.
At the top of the round, but Oak was ready with his sword, so I gave him the slash there. So, Jen, if
Okay.
you want to cast, there are 4 targets.
It might help, folks. The first one coming through the door is who I'm going to cast it on.
Okay. Does it have any special effects to blind or otherwise?
No, it just it lights the creature up, and then attacks are made with a bonus of +2 from there on out.
Very good.
Gotta
In
love
this
Fairy
case, it actually is going to do some harm to them. They're in a region where they don't see much light at all. So this guy is going to be blinded, and he yells out the light that just surrounds his face. Grown Wolf?
And it lasts for 4 rounds, just so you know.
Nice. I'd like to fire on our newly blinded fellow. Just try to pile on him. All right, crossbow. All right, how's an
Plus
8
2.
fare?
+2. +2.
+2.
Yep,
So
+2.
10. Oh, that's right.
What armor class do you hit?
8, I hit, or actually 10, I hit 11.
All right, not enough. Yeah, it goes wide.
Oh. Wily bugbears.
All right, who's next? Let's just go ahead and just do popcorn initiative, just so that everyone can. So who's next?
I'm gonna pick Sully then.
So if I'm not in a position to be able to stab them since I'm behind the door, I'll just get into position to do so. I'll try to
Yeah, sure.
I'll try to use the door to kind of obscure my.
I'll give you a backstab chance with that.
All right,
sounds good. You can make that attack now and do it as a backstab.
Okay, I'll do that. So +2 from fire.
Everybody else was distracting it.
Okay, so that's 19. So it'll hit. That'll
21.
hit
21.
It's a 0.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, and
yeah,
since it's backstab, it's double damage too.
Yeah, you get them low in the kidney. Go ahead and roll all your damage for that.
So it should just be ×2. So if they're small, medium, just make it 12.
12 points of damage. Okay. Yeah, this one of them just screams out in pain, clutches his back, starts whirling around to see what's going on. Of course, this thing's like 7.5 feet tall, so he just looks right over you. That's everybody on your side because Viet's is going to continue to snore, so it is their turn. The one that's blinded is just basically going to just flail about. He knows that you're in front of him, Odette, but that's about all he knows.
If he's blinded and I was digging out the floor right there, is there a chance he just trips and falls?
Not the first one through because he actually stepped over it. But I tell you what, I'll give you a chance for the last one in line to have done that. All right, so yeah, he just whiffs air. Second one in line is the one that Sully stabbed, and I tell you what I'm going to do with him. He runs out the door. Oak, just roll a die and tell me high or low before you roll it.
Always low. And what am I rolling? Anything?
Yeah, deep percentage is fine. D100. Ooh, all right. So he is tall enough that he just steps over the hole so it doesn't catch him. Third one in line is going to attack. You are the largest target there, Fiber. So he's going to attack you. Yeah, and it's going to miss you as well. And the last one in line, I'll do the same thing. Oak, roll me a D100. Call, you said always low? Yeah, okay. Yeah. He catches his foot and he drops down, so he's going to be prone. He's going to be on the ground starting the next round. So that's round 1. You've got one of them that ran out of the door, so there's only 3 of them left, although he may be spreading an alarm. One that can't see and is blinded, and then 2 that are hale and healthy. Viet, go ahead and roll for your side.
Yep.
Ooh, simultaneous combat. I should have asked first. Is anyone casting this round?
I just remembered I actually can't cast Magic Missile. I used it, so I'm not casting.
You haven't rested?
Yeah. Crossbowing.
I'm not going to cast this round.
All right. What are you doing this round?
I'm a thwack.
The one that's blinded? He's the one that's right in front of you.
Yeah, sure. I'm a thwack the one that's in front of me.
Sounds good. Sully, there is a chance that you are still hidden. These things are really tall. They're expecting taller prisoners. I will let you, I'll give you another round of surprise.
Okay. All right.
And Oak.
Is the one that's running, do I have a clear shot to run after him without getting attacked, or am I kind of surrounded, boxed in?
Well, you were in melee with the first ones through the door. So he could get away because he was not technically in melee with anyone. But if you want to try and run after him, you can.
Now, if they're right there, I'll just take the opportunity for the one that's prone. I'll try
Sure.
to take his head off.
Go for it. Yeah, go ahead and make your attacks. He's prone, so I think that's a +2 to your roll.
Can't remember, does first edition did that allow called shots?
No, it's just a simple roll. So all of you guys can take your actions at once, and then I'll roll theirs, but it all happens simultaneously. So Sully, go ahead and make an attack if you want to stab another one. Jen, you do the same, and Grown Wolf can shoot his bow as well.
I'll go after one of the
13
prone.
hits a 7.
That's
Just Sully, what did you hit?
-4.
Yeah. Okay. Same one that you. Well, not the one you hit before ran. So
I'll go.
Which one?
I'm going for one of the prone, like one of the ones.
we're gonna go for the prone one. Okay. 12 points of damage.
Yeah, same.
Okay. Nice. And Oak, what did you
They had
hit?
a +2.
+2.
Okay, that'll give me a 15, so it hits AC 5.
Hits AC 5. Okay. Yeah. Do me some damage.
That would be, what did I roll there? 2.
2 points of damage.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. You kill it. Sully did some really bad damage to its kidneys again. Brendan, did
That's as
you?
low as I can roll.
I already added my +2 modifier, so that's an 11, which will let me hit AC 10.
AC 10. Okay. Yeah, that also misses. You're going
Okay.
wide. And what does Odette do?
It really did not like me adding the +2 to it as I hover over. It looks like I rolled a 15 if you hover over my attack.
Yes.
So I hit a yeah, I can't read this. An AC of 5, is that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
So probably don't
Yeah,
get
you
it.
hit it. No, you
Oh,
do.
okay.
Give me some damage.
Do I need to roll it again, or does my
Oh, does
my,
it do damage on your roll?
Yeah, it does damage on my roll, but
there
I
it
think
is.
it looks
Okay.
like it's just a 1. I just got a 1.
1 point. Yeah, you
Unless
whack
it's
it between the
large.
eyes. But yeah, it doesn't do much else to it. So yeah, classic Dungeons and Dragons armor class lower is better. So like a high armor class means it's easier to hit.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. Their turn. So let's see. The one you thwacked is going to just flail around again to see if it can hit anything in front of it. It's stepping forward to do so. No, it's just doing nothing. The one that's prone is going to take his action. You know what? Now he's at the level where he's almost to the same height that Sully is. So instead of standing out, he's just going to punch at Sully.
Okay, so one thing with that, they have a -4 to attack rolls against me.
Sure. Yeah.
Because they're bugbears. Yeah.
What's your AC? I'm sure that's not going to hit.
AC is 6.
Yeah, no way. Yeah, you just dance out of the way as its clumsy fist goes by you. And let's see, in the last one, notice none of them have the weapon. So one of them is going to use a chain as an impromptu mace and is going to go after Thyber there. Ooh, what's your armor class?
3.
Man, it's going to hit. 7 points of damage across the face as he whirls that shackle at you and just beats it down over your head. You still standing?
Got 3 hit points left.
Still standing. Yeah. As long as you got a point, you're up. All right. So that all happened at the same time. Viet, go ahead and roll for your side again. But before I roll mine, is anyone casting this round? And if not, what else are you doing?
Killing the guy that just hit me.
Bonk him with the club.
Is the one that got fairy fired still here?
Yes. He's the one
He's
the least
right in
damaged
front
of
of
all.
me.
Yeah.
I bonked him for 1 point of damage.
Yeah, I'll go after that one, I guess.
Okay. There's just 2 left in the room right now. Gorn Wolf, can you reload and fire on the same round, or do you have to take a round between? Brendan?
So I was actually looking at that. I was looking at the rules for that. How does that work? Because I just fired again that last round without reloading and knowing how it worked in terms of the movement actions and stuff that we
Let's
get.
say that you're taking this round to reload then, unless you want to just get into melee.
Okay. Yeah, I think you know what? I am going to get into melee because I've fired twice. I've missed. I think my staff needs to come into play. We're going to Grown Wolf and Club, and I'm going to attack
Got a
The
blind one, and you've got a second one.
the blind one seems more my speed.
Go for it.
All right, still got +2.
So I rolled a 5. You also rolled a 5. So this is simultaneous as well. What
Okay.
armor class did you hit there?
I hit a 4 and did 7 damage.
Okay, and you said you hit the one with the eye problem.
Correct.
Yeah, you crack him low in the gut. Oak. You're still there's still one in melee with you if you're going
Yeah,
to
say the one that just hit me, I'm gonna hit him back or try to. That will hit AC. There's no bonus on that one. 7, so I think I missed.
No, he's still prone.
Oh, is he? Okay, then that would be
Yeah.
50.
Oh wait, no, I'm sorry. You're hitting the one that just hit you.
Right.
No. Okay.
Yeah, that's
That is the
AC
same
7
one.
right there.
AC 7. Okay. Do some damage.
That would have been 5. Or
Okay.
is he considered large?
Yes.
Oh, then that's 13.
Yeah, he's done for. Okay, Jen, you want to take a swing at the guy just in front of you?
That is a 12, so 8.
Okay.
I do
2
so.
points of damage this time. you're smacking them around the heads and shoulders.
I'm not meant to smack things with clubs, and I don't want to use my other spell today.
Right. Sully?
Not yet.
So the one that's fairy fired is that? Did you say it was blinded? Is that?
Yeah.
Would that?
Yep.
Would my backstab come into
Yes.
effect here? Okay.
Sure would.
And then that would that stack with like the +2 that the fairy fire gives, or is it?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. I just want to make sure because that's what I did before, and I want to make sure I'm doing that right. All right. Not a good roll this time. So yeah, that's not gonna hit. That's an 11. So no.
Yeah, well, good thing is he's blinded, so he doesn't see that happen. All right, so
I'm not embarrassed.
Jen, he's still flailing wildly, trying to hit Odette, and is not able to.
Nope. I'm assuming.
And
Looking for an
Oak.
8.
The other one misses you.
Light crossbows do have a fire rate of 1, so
Okay.
Okay.
yeah, heavies are half, so you have to load, shoot, light,
Okay.
shoot, load at the same time.
Rate of 1.
Sounds good. Next round, give me another roll.
Yup.
And then you said no spell firing, so everyone's just meleeing this round.
I killed the one that was on me. I'm running, trying to see if I can catch up to that other one.
The one that's running away? Yeah, sounds
That's
good.
smart. Yeah.
You're not encumbered. Yeah, no problem. Okay, so you guys go first. Go ahead and do your damage. Everybody can this attacking roll. Oak, instead of damage, what I want you to do, you actually, if you're not encumbered, what kind of armor are you wearing?
Splint.
Yeah, you're not overly encumbered. You'll be able to catch him. Do you have any ranged weapons, or do you want to just do a double move and try and
I'll just have to
get to
double.
him?
I've got two-handed sword and a sword and board.
Sounds good. All right, so you're going to double move then and try and catch up to him. Sully, what armor class are you hitting? You getting the one
I
that's
missed again.
blind?
I missed again. Yeah.
You're missing a blind
Yeah.
target, Sully.
It's
Come
just,
on.
It's just too erratic. It's what it is. It's like crazy
Yeah.
Ivans. I don't know which way he's going.
That's what I was thinking the entire time that you were missing is like he's just so out of sorts and swinging wildly that he's a target. It's like when you hand your kid brother the controller in Mortal Kombat and you just can't account for the button mashing strategy.
Sit still, you idiot.
There you go. Frendon, you're attacking the blind one as well.
Correct.
Go for it.
I hit an AC of, let me double check, of 6.
You see a 6. Okay, how much damage did you do?
These bugbears aren't classified as large, right?
They are.
Oh, then an 8.
Yeah.
8 damage.
Okay. That hurt. That hurt a lot. He's trying to clutch his back where that bolt went in. He's not quite finding it. He's roaring in pain. Let's see who hasn't gone. Jen,
Me.
what did you hit?
I got a 3.
Oh, yeah, you hit nothing.
Wait, I rolled a 17. So
oh, you
yeah.
rolled a 17.
Yeah, I rolled
Okay,
a
then
17.
okay, there
Yeah.
we go.
I hit 1 damage.
Oddly enough,
Oh my
you
gosh.
smack him right between the eyes.
Finally.
You hear his skull crack, and he drops.
Nice.
He drops in front of you. All right, Oak. Let's see if you can catch this guy. I tell you what. Make me. Do you have a Dex bonus?
To my AC, that's it.
But just from the pure stat, you have no bonus
No,
to
I've got a
Dex.
15, 0 surprise, 0 missile,
Okay.
and -1 of them.
All right. So you are right behind him. He's got a longer stride, so he's covering distance fast, and you're just giving everything you can running behind him. He's fleeing in terror, so he's not got the wherewithal to call out to call for help. So far you look like you're safe with that. Out of the cell, it's a straight corridor going out as far as you can see in the distance in front of him. He's about to break out of this cave where the tunnel is, and it looks like he's going to go over a natural bridge. There's a lot of area around it. You're not sure how big of a fall that is.
I'm going to stop and rear back with my two-handed over my head and just hurl it forward.
Yeah. Okay. You're going to, unfortunately, you're going to use your missile attack roll for this, but if you can hit him, I will give you your strength bonus and damage if you hit him.
Yeah, well, I don't have a bonus to hit anyway, so let's see what I roll.
Yep. D20. What did you hit?
14. I'm going to do it.
Well, he's running away, so he doesn't get his armor class or his dex bonus. You'll hit him. So your damage to a large is a 14.
14.
Yeah, he stops in the stride as your sword cleanly goes through his back. He grabs the front of the blade. He's just kind of looking at it, puzzled. He kind of drops down to his knees and then kind of just slides forward.
Awesome.
Oh, this is like a Jason Voorhees in the final chapter sliding down the machete moment.
There you go. So the brief flurry of very violent action, and then it's just quiet.
So I'll go retrieve my sword and check to see if this was noticed.
Well, again, you're still inside of this tunnel. Of course, as I said, in front of you, though, it looks like the tunnel opens up to a really wide space, and there's a natural bridge that continues across, but you don't see any other enemies or anything moving.
I'd like to check the bodies of the bugbears that are in the room with us.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to retrieve my sword and drag the other one back to the cell.
Nice call. Good call.
The bodies are very similar in what they have. They have what looks like a very poorly constructed wineskin. If you slosh it, it's got some kind of fluid in it. They have a ring of keys. And, of course, there was the shackles. That's pretty much all that they have on them, though.
How many sets of shackles? Like one each?
No, actually, there's several sets. There's about 6 sets of shackles total, assuming Oak doesn't bring back any. And some of them are in worse repair than others. What made you hear them is they were going through and trying to figure out which ones were still useful and which ones weren't.
I'm gonna take the time to pick through those and see if there are any that look like they're working. Could come in handy later.
Roll D4.
Okay. 2.
Yeah, there were 2 really good ones, and the rest of them are useful as chains, but the manacle portions of them are really badly rusted. It don't look like they would lock properly.
Okay, I'm gonna take all 4.
Okay. Fiber, you rejoin everybody. Do you check the body that you downed?
I'll drop it in the floor so we can go over here. I didn't before I left. I just grabbed him and drug him.
Then, you're going to drag him then to where?
Or if I pick him up and carry him, whichever way. I just wanted to remove the body where it wouldn't be seen.
Sure. What's your strength?
16.
16. Okay, yeah, you drag him. He's a pretty dense boy. But you drag him back to the cell? Or do you just get him more into the tunnel?
No, I'm bringing him into the cell so we can.
You bring him into the cell. Okay.
Or cover it up.
All right, so everybody's back together. Fiber drops the body of the last one in front of everybody.
Thankfully, he didn't get away.
How visible is there a visible blood trail going to that body at all?
Probably.
Yeah.
I went right through his middle.
Yep.
If it's like at all plausible for me to sop some of it up with my cloak, I will. Otherwise, I'm not going to bother.
Well, as you're underground, you would assume that most things that live down here have similar vision to yours, which
Sure.
wiping it up's not going to make the heat trail go away any faster.
Gotcha. That makes sense. Okay. Thanks for that. Okay. All right. So I'm not going to worry about that then. I found 2 working shackles. That's something. That was worth risking life and limb so far, right, everyone?
Keys
You have
and
the keys, yeah.
the pouch of some unknown
So-
liquid.
I'd like to like what I want to talk to the group about is potentially should we unlock some of these other cells, or do we want to not deal with whatever else is locked up in this place?
This is the only cell.
Oh, it's the only cell?
The door, once it was open, just heads right through a corridor that's carved into, into the
okay.
rock, and it's the only one.
It's the only one cell.
It's monocellular.
Oh my god. Okay, then we should still keep the keys because it can likely unlock something else for us.
Yeah.
Let's leave the room and lock the door behind us with the bugbears inside of it.
The lock was just a bar on this, right?
A bar, okay.
So
It's
yeah,
actually, it's a thick steel bar now that you're noticing it. It's one of the reasons why the door was so tough.
how heavy and long is this?
It's very heavy. It's like 70 some odd pounds.
Long and heavy, hard to
Yeah.
carry.
Yeah. Probably not worth carrying. Though good to know it's here if we come across something that we could use a sturdy steel bar to overcome. So I guess put it back in place.
Yet you still got about 20 minutes before you're conscious.
That's fair. Yeah.
I'm dragging him, and I'm dragging him through the blood trail too. Like,
Come on, friend. Oh, God, you need to lay off the.
I like how we let you drag the full size. We're jerks. That's the party name, the fucking jerks. All right.
there's only one. So there's only one way out of here at this point.
Yeah.
like
It's just a straight tunnel going out, and you can see now that you're out of the cell. Again, the tunnel goes for maybe 100 feet, and then it opens up into a very large area, and the tunnel turns into a natural bridge. It continues over into another corridor. You're definitely underground. You're most definitely underground.
Yeah. Okay. I can sneak up ahead a bit and see what I see.
Odette, are you keeping that torch that you lit?
I probably dropped it when combat started. Like,
It's still burning. Again, it only lights up a few feet. It's really bizarre. It is consuming the wood and cloth that's on the torch, but it's just not producing all that much light. It also seems to be consuming slower.
okay. Most of our party can't see in the dark, right?
Most of your party can see in the dark.
I put it out and just let other people guide me. I'll put it out and let other people guide me.
I'm going to be slowly checking for secret doors if you want to amble with me against the wall a bit.
I will amble.
Other than the chains and the keys, are you guys taking anything else?
Is there anything about their person that is identifying that might help us blend in?
Not really. They're wearing piecemeal armor. It looks like it was just hobbled together from various bits of other armor. Some of it's plate, some of it's chain. It's all sewn together badly. No insignia,
I'll take one of the wineskins. I know they had wineskins, right, or something like that, or flask or something like that.
Weird sloshing, yeah.
Now you pick it up. It's not wine, because you pick it up and you get a little closer to you and you catch a whiff of it. It smells like sour milk, actually.
No,
It's not wine.
No, maybe it'll heal Viet.
and so I'll pour a little bit right onto his lips. Just
Good.
Oh.
You never know.
Chuck, roll a D8.
Yeah.
Oh,
did I just kill you?
3.
You're conscious with 3 hit points.
Oh,
But you drank bugbear milk.
Yeah,
and
you
now-
wake up. You wake up and your mouth is just like.
It's okay, buddy. It's okay.
You've got sour milk in your mouth.
The bugbears
You feel-
milk themselves for that drink, just so you know.
You feel oddly invigorated,
That wasn't milk.
but you get this horrible taste in your mouth.
all
All right,
I'm just glad I'm not dead.
let me
You woke up
pause here
with
for a
salty
second.
taste in
Yeah.
your mouth and your butt hurts.
Technically, from the rules, as written, when a person is healed back from 0 or less, you are bedridden, unable to do anything for weeks. So we're just going to ignore that.
Okay.
We're going to ignore that. But
This
just so
bugbear
you
milk
know,
had special properties. It was
Okay.
it's magical bugbear milk.
I'm also going to pat myself on the chest and use my last casting of Cure Light Wounds to help
That's
me out
fair.
a little bit.
your mouth now feels minty fresh.
So fresh. It's only 2 more HP, but I'll take it over the alternative.
Yeah, so you're still pretty battered and bruised, but you're living and conscious once again.
I'll take it.
Yeah, so the bugbear yogurt has some special properties apparently.
And how many of those wineskins did we get?
There are 4, but they're sized appropriately to the size of a bugbear. So there's multiple doses in each.
Okay, that is good to have.
Shackles 2 working. Sounds like everybody. Well, you. Since you're the healer, do you want to carry mine, Mr. Cleric?
Yeah, I'll
Do you
take it. Yeah.
Do you want an extra one? Sounds
Yeah.
good. Because I'm usually off in the back, and I'm not up in the front where people get hurt so much usually.
Okay. Yeah, I'll definitely take it.
Odette has extinguished her torch.
And I'd like to feel the corridors to see if there's any recesses or anything.
Sure. You can roll it. Go
Okay.
ahead.
D6. Two.
Similar to what Sully found. The car, I mean, it looks like it's carved from stone, but particular care was taken to make sure that any fissures, cracks, or anything that could be exploited was well carved through and well shored up.
Wily craftspeople.
But yeah, no secrets.
Okay.
I'm gonna start moving ahead quietly and keeping an eye out for anything. I know Garona was looking for secret doors. I'm mainly kind of trying to spot traps, booby traps, things like that.
Sure. And you're also trying to stay quiet.
Yeah.
All right. Go ahead and make me some rolls. I'm not saying one way or the other if it means anything, but I'll go ahead and make those rolls.
Right.
One to be quiet
silently.
and one for checking traps.
Move silently, very bad.
Yep.
And find traps,
Yep.
also very bad.
So you always think that you're doing well. So you're tiptoeing around and people are behind you hearing the crunch of gravel beneath your feet. You slip and slide on a little bit of blood from the bugbear and curse a little bit, but you think you're oh so quiet. You don't see anything that could be trapped. Like the corridor is fairly smooth and you come to where the natural bridge starts and the chamber just opens up. Hundreds of feet above you, it's just opened. It's opened area. Your vision actually can't see the top of it. And the same thing below. It's just a yawning chasm below, and you've got this bridge in front of you made of natural stone. Stalagmites are forming the structure to the bottom, and some engineering with materials at hand have created the arch to be strong enough to go over. It's about 8 feet wide. And it stretches across this chasm.
Okay, so it's empty chasm. Okay,
it's empty chasm. As far as your vision can see, it's empty all the way around, and it just continues forward. And on the other end, it just goes into another tunnel.
Okay, I'm gonna drop a little like rock or pebble nearby, just down in the chasm, and just listen to see how far it falls.
Okay. You wait, and you wait. Ted, you wait. You never hear it fall. I mean, you just sit there and wait. You're counting off seconds, and you don't hear it strike anything.
So I'll shuffle back to the group and I'll say,
Good news and bad news. There's a very big chasm, but the good news is if we fall into it, we'll never hit the bottom. There's nothing there. It's fine.
I don't
Just
know.
be falling forever.
That's okay. That's definitely news. That's the only direction to go for us, right?
yeah, didn't seem like there's much else.
Okay. Why don't you move ahead a little bit as we cross this? Let's tie a rope around your waist, and I'll hold on to the other end just in case there's an accident. You don't
Okay.
fall forever.
Okay, sounds good. And I will move across the bridge.
It's quite sturdy. You're actually marveling at the patching that was done to it to make it structurally sound. And again, it's kind of an arch of a bridge, so you get to the apex of it, and you're kind of just looking down a little bit at that drop below you, and you can see that there's some glowing bits here and there. Just as your eyes are adjusting, it's really, really, really far down, but you see some glowing things.
Does it match
They're
the
not
color?
moving.
Does it match the color of our weird torchlight?
It doesn't. It's kind of a pale blue light, and it's not wavering. So it's not like a natural light or a flame, and it's stationary.
Is it like a reflection, or is it?
No, it's luminous. Yeah, gnomes are not. Well, actually, gnomes are kind of known for their undergroundness, since it's one of your abilities. You would think luminous fungus of some sort.
Oh, mushrooms. It's tempting.
At least, hopefully, we won't starve down here.
How far down did you say it was?
Oh, you really can't judge the distance. I mean, you're just seeing this light just way far down. It's only obvious because of how dark everything is. So you cross the apex and you go down the other side, and it almost immediately goes into another one of these tunnels. The right and left side of the tunnels have been carved into niches. And in some of the niches are some really ratty clothing, like smock, something, just a onesie that you can throw on of various sizes. There's more cubbies that have shackles. In one cubby, there's this vat of not unpleasant smelling something, and there's ladles and bowls just laying around it.
Well, this place is definitely occupied. Does it smell like what's in the wineskin?
No, it actually smells not bad. I mean,
oh, okay. All right.
I'm going to go ahead and take the tiniest amount of it and touch it to my tongue.
It tastes like maybe a leek and potato mushroomy soup. It's not bad. It's kind of bland, but it's not bad.
Okay. I'm just gonna be like, leeks and potatoes. Go figure. I didn't like get any healthier or anything like our other friend. And I'm gonna take let's see, do I have I'm trying to look at my equipment. I don't really have anything I can carry this in. So anybody
There's
else?
some bowls. As I said, there's some bowls laying around and some ladles. I mean, you could always just ladle some into a bowl.
Yeah, I'm gonna shaggy this, and I'm just gonna be eating while we walk for a bit, for sure.
The smocks, are these like bugbear size smocks?
No, they're not. Although they are in various sizes, definitely built for humanoids, arms and legs in the right places, but they're human sized.
Any kind of marking on them, or just like rough spun?
Just rough spun. Actually, at first you were thinking that they're just kind of shabby because there's no design to them. They're just roughly cut, but then you pick one up and the fabric's like really silky and it's really soft and it's tough as well. Like you pull it a little bit.
I'm getting a strong cultist vibe.
Maybe we should put these on.
Yeah, go a little incognito, maybe.
Yeah.
I'm a little annoyed to have to put my soup down, but I'll put one on.
You're all surprised at how just soft it is. You would expect it to be rough, just because just how just utterly unimaginative the cut is. But it's really soft on your skin.
Okay, I'll throw one on.
Yeah, various sizes. There's even some that would fit Sully just fine.
Oh, wonderful.
Yep. You got to dig a little bit to find something that would fit Thiber, but you do find something.
So we know we know it's silk, or we think it feels like silk.
You wouldn't know what silk is, honestly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just very soft and very light, but it seems tough at the same time. There's also some very crude sandals as well, again in different sizes, but all human sized or Sully sized as well.
I'm gonna keep my boots on. I'm not putting
Yeah.
the sandals on.
Well, now that we've got a little, hopefully a little incognito from immediate detection, why don't we press on? There was no way back from where we came.
I need to find someplace to rest.
Yeah, we need to find
You're in
somewhere
bad
we
shape,
can.
and I'm not much better.
Yeah. Yeah.
Where-
Sully, you going to continue to be the tour guide up front?
Yeah, I mean, I'm basically looking for traps because I feel like traps are immediate.
Okay, so you're keeping a slow pace then. I'm going to keep the roll that you did. Unfortunately, I kind of do that for an entire scene. So you're going forward. Odette, you're blind this entire time as it's pitch black, but as you're going down the corridor, it starts to get noticeably wider and wider and wider as you go, and you start seeing branching corridors coming off of it. This one seems to be fairly level, which is something you can detect. The branching corridors, some of them come up from higher, some of them go lower, but this seems to be like a main thoroughfare. You're actually, as you're scouting ahead, you're starting to see some of this luminous fungus in the walls now. Odette, you can't see well, but there's actually some light now, so you're not as vision impaired.
When you scrape this fungus, does it lose its luminescence properties? Like, how quickly does it seem to fade after you essentially pluck it?
Well, I mean, you scrape some off and it continues to glow. You don't know how long it will just yet, but it still does continue to glow. Sully, the other thing that you notice is as this widens and widens and widens, you're starting to see marks on the ground that look very much like wagon wheels. And it's very busy. Like, it looks like these corridors that there are wagons going through these corridors quite often.
Curious. So I don't really remember, like, would I be starting to get the feeling, like, considering you've mentioned a couple times how good this, like, the stonework is, or at least the way in which they've sealed up, like, the fissures, would I be starting to get the feeling maybe that this was, like, there's a specific people that might be here, like if this was like a dwarven thing, if this was like
it's definitely not dwarven. It's too, while it is engineered well, it's too crude for dwarven work.
Okay.
Like there's nothing done for adornment. There's nothing done to personalize it. It's just very workable.
Okay.
But done in a very good way. So now that you're ahead, you're starting to hear voices ahead of you.
Okay.
A lot of voices actually. And you're starting to also pick up some flickering, like light, or you think maybe a campfire. The sounds that you're hearing sounds like multiple people talking over a fire, and you're picking up a smattering of different languages that you don't understand. But here and there, you're picking up a little bit of common as well. And so you're not seeing anything yet. And the reason why is you continue forward, and then your corridor just suddenly kind of slows. It slopes down. And now you're seeing that it slopes down into this great round chamber with many corridors branching into it, almost like the spokes of a hub. In the middle of it, there is a roaring campfire. There's wagons. There's some strange beasts of burdens around. And there are people just talking over the fire, having food. The wagons look like merchant wagons.
Right.
The people, though, you're a little further away to be able to tell what heritage they are. But you are picking up a smattering of common within the languages that they're speaking. There's more than one language.
At the very least, am I seeing like large bugbears again? Like, I mean, like they are.
No, they all seem to be, within human specs. Nothing taller than a little bit over 6 foot. Nothing incredibly short.
I'll shuffle back to the group to prep them for this, and
It's like some sort of, marketplace or trading post or something.
Did it seem like everybody was looking and busy with themselves? What were they paying attention to people on the outside of the circle? Like, how engrossed were these people? Did you notice?
They were having conversations and eating and talking and such, so
did it look like there were guards, or does it just look like you said? Yeah.
Oh, it didn't look like there were any guards at all.
They spoke common.
it looks some of them. I heard a spattering. Other languages I can't quite pinpoint, but it looks like any other trading post we might come across. But here in the depths of hell, other than that,
If they're merchants, maybe they know their way out.
it's what I'm thinking. As long as they, are not upset to see us.
Were they wearing the same types of clothing that we were wearing?
Too far away to tell.
Too
You're
far.
you're relying on your infravision, which doesn't
Sure.
pick out color. So
Right.
yeah.
Okay. How risky do we think it is to go have a conversation?
Pretty risky, but everything down here is, it seems.
The other option will be to maybe see if we can find one of these offshoots that don't seem like it's had a lot of activity here recently.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe see if we can follow that and look for a safe place to bunk up for a night.
I do have some chalk. I could kind of inscribe little arrows and things describing which places we've tried if we want to go down some paths. We should be able to follow our way back if I put marks in discrete locations.
I say we push our luck and try with the people.
Okay. I don't think that's a terrible idea. I mean,
We're in hostile territory. Any place we go could be from the frying pan to the fire.
yeah.
And at least people eating, drinking, and talking might be a little bit drunk or jovial and distracted.
I'm for going in.
All right.
Me
We're
too.
wearing these lovely robes.
So soft and strong.
So soft.
Let's go.
And the soup, not bad. A little bland, but not bad.
Let's go have a talk.
You talk, eat.
Yeah.
Should
Sully,
we
are you
approach in
going
these
to-
robes or take the robes off?
Yeah, that was the one thing I was going to see if I could get a little closer and without being seen, and see if I can detect whether or not they're wearing the same types of robes we're wearing, or if it's just I don't know.
Sure.
Way it is.
All right. So if you make that outing again and you get a little bit closer enough to be able to tell, yes, you can see some people are wearing the robes, but they seem to be subservient to other people. Like they're bringing food, they're working with the animals, they're being given orders.
Okay.
So I'll come back and tell them.
Okay. People who wear these seem like servants or some such.
Well, then let's ditch the robes.
Maybe
We can mix it up.
one of us keeps them on just to help blend in.
Yep. I was thinking the same thing.
Unless they're the ones that create the slaves, and if they don't know us and we have one of their slaves, that could cause issues as well. My gut feeling says just to approach them like normal.
Yeah. I don't think
I-
there's a good answer, but I would be all right with that.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and take mine off, but I'm going to try to put it against the wall in a place where hopefully I can retrieve it if we have to come back.
Actually, remarkably, if you take it off and you start like wadding it up to cram it somewhere, it bundles down to a really small package.
Okay. I'll just stuff mine in my
Cultists are
backpack.
super efficient. Cultists are super efficient.
They are. Sully, were you
Clearly.
going to say something?
Well, it's a budget thing, they got to.
They spent all their money on the matching shoes.
And the beverages.
Listen,
Uh-huh.
there's a lot of good things about cults. It's just when they go, crazy and the Kool-Aid drinking and
Cults without the zealotry is just it's just good communism. It's just
right,
good
not just-
communism.
it's community.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's go talk to him.
Okay.
Right. So I heard that some people are going to keep the robes on, or no?
No,
I'm taking mine off.
Roll them up,
Yeah.
put them in our packs.
Yeah.
All right. So you get down, and as you go down again, you can see it's as if you were approaching a bazaar in a large city where merchants are like just rounding up and have set up like hawker stations, and that's exactly what it sounds like when you come down. Is some of them are calling people over to come and look at their wares. It's very impromptu. There's this big fire pit in the middle, but again, the fire is strange. You see wood and debris in there that's burning, but it's not burning naturally. It gives off this very dull amber greenish kind of light that does not go very far. Are any of you elves, by the way?
I am.
So the thing that gets you right away is that most of the merchants that are down here are elves, but their skin is like ebon night. It's just very, very dark.
Would I have any inkling as to
No.
having seen that before?
I tell you what, it is passingly possible, but most people on the surface of Greyhawk don't know about this race. So I tell you
Okay.
what, make me an intelligence check. If you
Okay.
can roll less than your intelligence, the way I do it is I do poker rules.
Okay.
So the higher you get below your number, the better.
Gotcha. Okay, so roll d20 and
Yeah.
roll under and close to it.
Mhm.
Okay, I like roll under. Okay, and I like the poker rules.
It's I guess 21 rules, not poker, but
Yeah, no, I feel you. So I did roll under, not very high under though. Oh, I think we might have lost Bert.
Bert locked up.
He's faking us out. He's just being
Uh-huh.
real.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, we lost him once or twice last night.
Yeah.
too.
Okay. Yeah, internet be doing that sometimes.
Yeah.
What's
We
your,
here.
what's your intelligence?
My intelligence is a 16, so I rolled
Oh,
way
that's-
under, but not close to it.
Yeah. Why don't we? We're just gonna go to the break screen.
Yeah, let's take a break. I'm gonna
Yeah.
get a snack.
Yeah. And when Bert comes back, hopefully we'll come back and play some more. So
Sounds good.
yeah, people, if anyone's watching, don't go anywhere. We'll be back once Bert comes back. Okay, we're back. We're live. Bert's here. It's great
The internet
news.
police kicked me off.
They did.
Yeah,
They did.
yep. Downvote for my GMing tonight. That's what it was. So I assume you all killed all 1,000 people, leveled up 20 times, and yeah, all that
Oh,
happened.
that's a
right?
better idea than what we did.
Yeah, much better. But no, we played it cool. We talked to them. They were really cool. Helped us out. Got us to the surface.
They
Got
did.
us some food.
They were super thrilled that we killed those bugbears, so they gave us a small chest full of gold.
Yeah. And now we're back on the
I
surface.
see.
Yeah.
All right. Well, what really happens? So, Grown Wolf. So you low success on your intelligence roll. So, I mean, you've heard fables. You've heard like storybook things that your grandparents told your parents to scare them at night about kinfolk that live deep beneath the earth, are quite evil and worshipped strange and outer gods. I mean, that's the best you know.
Okay.
They
I'll
look-
relay to everybody in a hushed tone as we get close. Like, so I've heard some tell, and then essentially what you just relayed to me. And then Bert's voice comes out of my character's mouth and says everything to Bert. Like Metatron.
Exactly. Some of them see you. A few stand. A few of them just raise their mugs. A few of them are trying to get you to come to their carts and to look at their wares. The ones that do that speak common, or at least they change their pattern to common when they see you. Come on, come all, see my marvelous wares.
I'll.
What are you selling?
You look dirty and smelly. Let me fix that. Come.
Yeah, one of the ones yelling common. I'll go up to one of them.
All right, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a brightly colored wagon, although the colors are very garish. They're all very like lime greens and very, pastels and very bright eye-catching colors. And he's got one side of his wagon. It's a completely enclosed wagon propped up with a couple of stakes. And just behind him, you can see just all kinds of things. You can see bowls and knives and forks, but you also see things like helmets and shields and swords. All of it looks like they've been used. You see nicks here and there. You can see where their armor's been patched and repaired. This is one of the dark elves who you're seeing, who seem to be in predominance here, but not the only people. There's some people around Sully's height. Larger noses, very kind of cavernous cheeks, shriveled up, hunchback, but mighty, like Popeye forearms. Sully, you might know who these people are. You do the same thing. Give me an intelligence check. Try to lower than your intelligence, but as high as possible.
I think Bert just described me. Hunchback, sunken cheeks, big nose.
Unless you have an 18 in your intelligence.
No.
You have no idea.
Knows what they are, but no, Sully does not know what these are.
They look like a creepy offshot of gnomes. You have no idea. You know they're not gnomes, but they're close. And they also have that dusky, just night black skin.
Out of character, I'm just excited to see Snurf Neblin. They're absolutely fantastic.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're brought over, and he looks down at you guys. It's like, what do you have to trade in? Gems, jewels, gold. I'll trade if I have to.
We
Oh, stand back! You really do smell.
I'll sniff myself. I didn't think I smelled that bad, but okay. No
Got
problem.
that surface stench about you.
I
All
can't,
woody and fresh.
I can't argue with that. Before we get trading, I do have some coins. I don't have it marked on what they are, though, if they're gold or not.
Oh no, you don't. You have nothing on you. By the
Oh, we don't have.
Oh, no.
We lost them again.
Oh.
Last I heard, we have nothing on us.
Yeah. So we're
No. Only Chuck has nothing on him. The rest of us.
Oh,
anything
Sully.
right?
Sully. I have
That's
3
fantastic.
silver then. I have 3 silver. God damn it, Sully.
I have 4 gold and 6 silver to my name.
Which
do I
tab
have?
is the money in?
It's under
It's
wealth.
right under
Scroll
your
down.
Thaco skills. It's
Yeah.
Thaco, then thief skills, and wealth.
There's
Yeah,
a
it's
wealth tab.
it's weapon, thaco, thief skills, wealth.
I have 20
bef-
gold and then put I'm broke AF is what I have written in there.
Before Sully robbed me, I had 5 gold and 6 silver.
Thank you for telling me that.
I spent all my shit. I just got equipment.
Yeah.
I'm broke.
There he is.
Oh, he's back.
Oh right,
Yep.
I spent that money. I forgot.
That's why
I
you're
don't
broke
have 20
AF.
gold.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
have 20 gold. I have like 88 or 89
What
silver.
I tried to say 3 times over before I realized I was disconnected is that this is where Viet probably notices that his pouch is missing.
Yeah. Jeff and I have sorted that out already. He has my money.
Yeah, oh, sorry. You dropped this. Here we go, friend.
It's,
Oh, that's
Yeah.
kind of you.
it's a little lighter than when you gave it to me.
Yeah.
Finder's fee.
There we go.
Just keeping an eye on it. I did save your life, don't forget.
You know, he went down so hard last time that any extra weight, you know, it really could lend to more force as you fall. And so you're really just looking out.
He could
We
just
can go back to the cell if you want and look for the missing ones.
no. That's I'll
Must have fallen out of
survive.
your pocket when you're being drugged.
Yeah. I'll toss a gold coin to this
Witcher.
person we're talking to.
Snacks it out of the air. Just kind of rolls it over his knuckles as he looks at it. It's like, this'll do.
So, first of what I think we need is a little bit of information.
Oh, I sell some of that too. He kind of just crosses his arms and just kind of leans over so that he's a little closer to you. What's your human doing without her slave collar? Is she one of them? He's just kind of looking. Doesn't bat an eye at the fact that there's a couple of elves and a gnome and an orc or a half orc. Bats no eye at that, but the human seems to be.
She's not a slave.
Oh, okay. Don't
I
see
was
too many of
fully
those
ready.
around.
I was fully ready to like cast my eyes down and pretend to be, but I am a Disney princess, so
Yeah, that's good.
not
She's
all of this.
yeah, she's actually wealth and stature on the surface.
Respect that. Help
So
your
much
lessers.
Yeah, it's a bit of a tour for her, really. We're you know, showing her around. We're kind of taking in the sights ourselves, really.
What he's trying to say is
I wouldn't
we
let her wander too far, though. I mean,
And then
That's
just to
good
put
to
him at ease, even though it's shitty, I'm gonna pat the shackles and be like, "Oh, no worries. We understand, right? We understand."
what were you saying, Oak?
I say they're all trying to be like this hinting around and talking, and I'm just like, we want to get back to the surface. Which way do we go?
Yeah.
Oh, surface. Oh, that's a long haul. Ooh. Well, he turns around, starts shuffling around, and he takes he looks over his shoulder and he's like, "How many of those coins do you have?"
How many is it going to take to get that map?
Well, it depends. I've got 3 maps here.
I've got 3
it's
more of
the
those
same.
coins.
All right, that'll give you the cheap one.
How about I
All right.
throw
So what he throws on the table for what you've offered is that map I showed you guys at the very beginning, where it's got like nothing labeled on it. It just shows you all the major tunnels and arteries of the area. Let's see if I can share that again. Anyway, keep going. Sorry.
what do we get if we could throw in 2 or 3 more of those coins?
2 or 3 more. Well, 2 or 3 more. 2 or 3 more. I'll mark up this map and tell you what to avoid. And well, there's really no safe way to get back up to. Why would you want to go to the surface?
We have to return her home.
All right, it's an awful
Or
lot
get
of trouble
more
for a
slaves.
slave. Oh, more. Oh, okay. Well, that makes sense. Yeah, no, you have some of those. That's some good currency down here. I tell you what. You give me 10 of these coins of yours, and I'll mark you the safest way I know of. The safest way is going to take longer. If you want to have a little risk, half the time.
I
have 3 silver.
So you all can you see that handout that I just popped up there? Let me see if I
do
can just
not.
share it to everybody. Show the
Underdark?
players. There we go.
There it is.
Yep. So that's the basic, and it's tunnels everywhere. Major ones are thicker. Some of these are rivers that go through there. He's offering to tell you basically. He's like, oh, so we're. If you actually look, there's a coordinate system on there. So if you look on the left-hand side, L2, and then across the top, 41 to 42 is where you guys are now.
It's almost in the middle,
Yep.
middle upper half.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So what I tell you for free is there's a number of ways out of here. There's a great tributary that turns into a swamp that eventually gets to the upper land, and it's over here to the north and east. So if you guys see that little watery area,
Okay.
it's perhaps the most dangerous way to get out of here, but it is the fastest. I'm barring that, if you've got some ability of climbing and ascending, I don't know what kind of spells you might have amongst you. These dark patches here along the river. So like if you look at it runs from the top corner to the bottom corner, that big chasm, the really dark spots, those are actually openings to the above world. But a lot of them require you to climb very, very long distances. That's also has some risks, but it is also shorter. Now, the less risky, it'll get you through most problems that you'll come across. It's going to take you, he looks down at your short guy, a month, maybe month and a half, but it's safer.
This is all good information, at least.
If he's honest.
What do we get if we pay for the other better maps?
Oh, these will cost, well, this one pulls out the middle one. This will cost you 100 of those coins.
Were those gold or silver? I missed it.
Gold.
Ugh.
That's right.
This one will magically mark your way. It'll tell you of impending harm that's coming and mark itself right on the map.
Ooh.
Yeah.
If we can, yeah.
We don't have that. I'll tell
Well,
you.
like I said, I'll trade. How much do you want for your orc there? He looks thin-blooded. Half orc?
No, the orcs gotta stay. Maybe I could trade you off some.
But I have.
I don't really have anything we're trading.
Do you keep your holy symbol obvious somewhere, Chuck?
It would be. I think I went ahead because didn't you suggest putting it in my shield?
On your shield?
Yeah,
Is
it would
that-
be on my shield.
What alignment is your god?
That's a great question.
I'm still wearing that cape.
It's going to be lawful good.
Yeah.
Lawful good. Oh boy.
Yeah.
Ooh, you gotta love when the DM GM goes like, hoo 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 hee.
Yeah. Beyond him, he has no idea. It's like, well, I mean, can always trade for flesh if you don't want to give up your bastard orc there. The whole expedition, I take it, surrounds your human, so you're not going to give up your human. You got any particular talents?
I can do a bit of healing.
Kind of healing.
Just I pray to my deity, I place my hands on you, and you're healed.
I can read magic if that's of use to you.
I just glare at him so I kill things.
Oh, see, he would be useful. I would trade you this map and a few other things for him.
What about our services to kill things on loan for a map? Is there something we can do down here for you to work on trade?
Well, now that you mention it, after I break camp, I could use a couple of armed guards for my next destination. If you're willing to work on gratis, I'd trade you this map. It'll take 4 days, your time.
And which map is he talking about?
The middle one.
The good one. 4 days of our time for a map that'll magically guide us out of this place.
Yeah.
We'll make up 4 days, probably. I whisper to you.
The magic one's the middle one?
Yeah.
I thought that was the best one.
No, he hasn't even talked about the best one. He showed he kind of waved his hands around 3 of them. So he's talking about the middle one. It's a magical one, but he hasn't discussed the last one.
Just so everybody knows, the reason why I'm not talking is because I feel like this guy is not going to be super like excited to hear a slave talking to him. So just throwing that one out there.
I'm gonna lean in because I see the look on your face that says like I have thoughts, and just be like I know, I understand. This is very fucking dumb. What are you thinking?
Wait, are you asking me?
Yeah, that's what I said. Like you said, you couldn't speak.
I'm like, I want to know what the big map does. Find out what the big fucking map does.
You know, that's a very good question. Very good question.
Fancy map do.
Yes, slave, I agree. We will beat you later. So, what do you think about this? What's this large map do? It seems so big, imposing, really.
This is the pride of my collection. It's the whole reason I'm on this trip. If you guys take up the trade, I'll be able to sell this in the Spire City. I could probably retire on what I'm going to get from this one. This one, he kind of looks around. It's like, won't do any harm to show you. And he pulls it off and he lays it out in front of you. It's basically the same map, except this time everything is labeled and you actually see things moving on it. You know, like you've seen Harry Potter, you know, the map that shows like where it's caravans, trade routes, patrols, all the cities are named. It actually is, the cities kind of waver like with this bar. It's like, yeah, it looks like potatoes are trading good up in the spires right now. This is a wondrous thing. I traded a lot for it, and I'm staking my family on it. This will get us retirement, nice little cave somewhere on the warmer side of things. Won't have to make these long runs through spider-infested territories anymore.
Tell him to stop talking about his family. It's really harshing my intention to kill him later.
Not mine.
We just murdered like 3. I mean, I'm not saying this, obviously. I'm not saying this is a person. We just murdered 3 bugbears. I mean, 4 bugbears. What's one more person?
I'm not fond of. Go ahead.
I was just going to ask, how many other guards are on this little expedition? Like, how many are we joining? Who would we be joining in this?
Well, my sons, they're out getting drunk tonight. They've earned it. We had a dicey situation getting here, but you know, sometimes you just have to outrun those worms. I had 3 sons, got 2 now.
Okay. Listen, I think our best option here will be to sign on as your caravan guards, and at the end of your trip, we'll get the middle map.
And those 10 gold. All right. I'll feed you. Give you protection of passage. And he pulls out like this large, it's a platinum medallion. That's a lot of wealth on his neck. And it's got a lot of inscriptions on it in a very spidery, scrawly script that you don't recognize. It's like, I've got a merchant's pass. There are areas here where your kind are not well regarded. You'd make fine slaves for many of the priestesses or sacrifices. I mean, amongst this group, and he just kind of does the grand everyone here. It's the color of your gold that matters.
I will take any benefits we can get. So, yes, 10 gold, assistance, and we get your map.
Well, we're not leaving till morning. Hold on. And there's some rattling. Back end of it opens up. Some stairs kind of clunk open, and he's like, "Come on in. Have some food. Get some rest. We'll leave in the morning."
Okay, I won't turn that down.
The inside is pretty packed with just crates and boxes and a lot of gear, but it's fairly tall, and so they're like hammocks strung up. He's like, "Get some rest. I'll bring you some food. I'll introduce you to the boys once they sober up."
Nice.
Okay. I'm down
I
with
set
it.
down my bowl of soup and moved towards the new food.
The new food is pretty interesting. It's a lot of different kinds of mushroom. There's fish. They're whole, but they're steamed, and you've never seen fish like this. Like they're eyeless. They have no eyes. Just the antenna all over the front. Pretty tasty though. It smells great. Lots of tubers, things that look like stronger smelling potatoes and things like that. But yeah, it's really hearty. It smells good. So I'll give you some privacy. I'm going to try and get a few more things sold before I go have some alcohol myself. He does take that third map and sticks it inside of his coat. You get some rest. You'll need your strength tomorrow.
All right.
Okay.
All right. So the question is, are you actually going to sleep and recover some spells? So are you going to set a watch? What do you want to do? Or otherwise?
We probably ought to have some form of watch.
I'm pretty weak and I'm out of my offensive spell. So sleeping is a pretty good priority for me. I've got 4 HP left of my 11. So
I got 3 at 12.
I'm full health. You can trust me. Everyone go to sleep. Just put your valuables right out in front. And I'll just keep an eye on all of you and all your things. It'll be fun.
Why don't we split this into 3?
Okay, fine.
Sully, you can take first watch.
Okay.
I'll take the middle watch, and someone else can take the morning watch.
I can take the morning watch too.
I'll take it.
Sully's looking at all the stuff that he could steal.
Sully is now looking sullen after being told that there's going to be 3 watch people.
Save a man's life, and he just doesn't trust you now. It's amazing. Wow.
I've known you a long time.
Well, that's not very nice to say.
That's perhaps more insulting than the last thing. Oh, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
So Odette, the others are, capable of seeing in the dark. So the fact that everything is so just, there aren't lights. So the only lights that are available is that bonfire that just doesn't seem to cast very far. There's no lanterns lit in his wagon. There's, it's getting a little oppressive, the lack of light.
Is there any of that fungus that we can scrape and put together for you? Maybe like a jar in this establishment that we can pack some fungus into as ambient light?
A comfort jar.
Yeah.
I just pack it full and I just put my eyes up to it and stare at it for a while.
One of those seasonal disorder lamps things. Put your face.
I feel better. I feel better now. But I get really good sleep because it's super dark. So
True enough. All right. So spellcasters, you can regain your spells. Who was first watch? Sully?
Yeah.
Sully, are you going to steal anything? Are you going to look around?
I'm going to look around, of course. Of course I am. I just want to take a gander what's available, little window shopping. That's all. Yeah.
He's got a bunch of just random stuff. I mean, again, everything from like tableware to bits of armor, nice weapons. There's some jewelry hanging here and a bit in there. If you're really digging around, you find a cabinet that's got a little lock on it.
Okay. And where is he right now?
He's not here. He just left you in his wagon.
Okay. I'm gonna check for traps. Say if it's booby trapped or something. That's all. I'm just looking.
Make me a roll.
All right, I lost my character sheet for a second there. Okay.
Is that a pass or a fail?
That is not a pass.
All right. Seems fine.
Okay. Well,
Did I notice if he put anything in here?
No. He didn't make any mention of it at all. while he was talking to you guys.
Okay. So I think I will try to pick the lock.
Okay.
That makes total sense. You would.
Yeah.
It's in your nature.
I'm not necessarily going to try to steal anything from it, but I just
want to know what's in there.
Yeah. I'm just
All
curious. Curiosity.
You're a halfling, but you're full curiosity.
Oh my god.
So you want me to roll open locks?
Make a roll.
Just missed.
Just missed. Okay. There's a click. You think you got it. Then you pull your fingers back, and there's like a little inch-long needle sticking out of your index finger. Make me a save versus poison.
Oh, well, shit.
Ow! I've hurt myself.
Save versus poison. All right. I guess I have a
This
0.
save is for poison.
That's a pass.
Oh my god, I love it.
Feel fine. A little drowsy maybe, but you feel fine.
I've been up for so long. It's about time for me. Okay.
Is it? It's not open though, right?
It's not.
Okay.
But as you're kind of looking at your finger, trying to find out if you're about to drop dead or not, you hear sound coming from the cabinet. It's something in there is talking.
Do I understand?
Tries one language, tries another language.
Okay.
Do you know any of the Orcish languages or Goblin? Or
I know
anything like
Goblin.
that?
Yeah.
Eventually, it gets to Goblin, and it says, "Hey, turn left, not right. Left. Fumbling asshole. Left.
Left?
I'm gonna Sully's literally going to turn left.
Oh, the lock, you fool! The lock.
Oh,
Try it again. Stick those damn picks in there and turn left."
Do we hear this like yelling and stuff?
who are you?
Just open the damn doors.
Who are you? I'm just curious who I'm talking to. It's all.
Well, it seems hardly fair. Who are you?
Well, my name is
Other than the guy who's not opening the damn door.
I love these characters.
You could call me that. You could call me by the name my mother gave me, which was Viet.
Yeah, none of you, even if you're light sleepers, are not hearing this.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, I want you to promise that you're not going to do anything bad if I open this.
Well, he called it like you can hear it kind of like getting control of itself, and it's like, can't promise I won't hurt your damn feelings, but I won't.
Oh, I don't have
attack
any
you.
of those. It's okay.
All right, put the picks back. Make a left this time.
Roll. I'm just curious. Who are you and why you're inside this little?
Look, does it really matter? Does it really? I mean, look at the size of the cabinet. It's like literally just a couple of feet. How bad can it be? Open the damn door.
So right now I feel like I'm looking over to my left and there's like a little angel on my shoulder. Don't open the door. Don't open it. And I look over to my right. There's a little devil. Open the door, open there. And so I open the door.
You stick the picks in. There's a skull on a shelf. There are also very, very glittery gemstones of all kinds, some faceted, some raw, just lining the shelves. But in the middle of the shelf is the skull. The skull has horns on it, and in the jaw, the mandible is a little elongated, and it has rows and rows of very sharp teeth. There's a little like a pale purple light burning in the eyes. It's like, do you got any meat on you? Something bloody and rare.
On my home.
I got rations, so it'd be dry.
Or just move that hand just a little closer.
No.
Just a little close. Just a couple of inches close.
No. Okay. Who are you? Again, we're still name, identity.
Look at your names. You can conjure with names. I'm not telling you my name. Just call me Carson. Carson's a good name. I've heard that somewhere before. Carson.
Okay, Carson. Why are you inside of a cabinet, and why are you a skull that talks? You can answer those questions in whatever order you like.
Well, because I'm worth something. This bastard won me in a card game.
Okay.
because apparently my personality isn't the best. He hasn't been able to sell me so far. But it's damned inconvenient to be staring at the inside of a door for most of your damn existence. Look, you little thief. And I don't say that in a diminutive or bad way. You're a thief.
I haven't taken anything. That's
Steal me. Take me out of here.
What's in
The
it
mandible
tonight?
isn't moving. You're at this point understanding that you're hearing it in your head.
Oh, really? Oh, shit.
Except you've been talking out loud.
Yeah. I feel like I'll wake up. I'll wake up Viet at this point.
Fine. Can't make up your own mind. Got to get an opinion of someone else. That speaks volumes for you. Volumes.
Viet, do you hear that skull talking?
Do I? No, I'm gonna hazard a guess that you've probably hit your head in that fight.
Roll it on that cabinet, and it just opened up.
Yeah,
I tripped, fell, opened up.
I'm rested enough for now. Why don't you go ahead, get a little sleep,
Okay.
and I'll just close this cabinet back up.
Oh, let him close it.
You didn't hear that one right there.
You should really go to bed.
Okay. You know what, Carson?
I will haunt your freaking dreams. Don't let him close it. You will never get rid of this voice between your ears.
And I'll close the cabinet.
Do I still hear him?
The voice in your ears just seems to be muffled, but it's still there, cursing, you assume, in some language that you don't understand.
Okay. Well, this is going to be... Let's just put a pin in this one. But we're going to get back into that cabinet at some point.
So I'm going to try to go to sleep at that point, if that's okay.
The cursing continues. When that doesn't seem to have an effect, it goes into a round of body bar songs. Some of them you recognize, shrieking at extreme volumes in your head.
Okay.
Now, I'm not saying you can't sleep through that, but it's certainly not easy.
Sure.
Yep. If you're gonna take your period of sleep, make me a wisdom check. Actually,
All right. Just is that a D20 and roll under?
roll under as high as you can with still being under.
Gotcha.
Oh, hey,
Pass.
it's not easy, but you eventually fall asleep to it.
Okay. All right. And yeah,
Okay.
that'll be it for now.
So yeah, you're up. It's your watch. People are getting more boisterous and rowdy. It sounds like people have pulled out some stringed instruments. Remarkably, the wagon as well, sound insulated. You don't hear it very much until you actually open one of the windows or crack a door.
Yeah. I might peek out, but I don't have any intention of actually leaving my traveling mates unattended. So yeah, I'll just peek out, and then seeing nothing pressing or anything that requires my immediate attention, I'll just close the door and wait by the door and do my prayers. And
Who has the last watch?
That would be me.
All right. Maybe half an hour into your watch, the back of the wagon opens slowly, and two of these drow, actually I'm not sure how to pronounce that correctly, step in. They're obviously inebriated. They're kind of holding on to the walls. They both have shoulder to, all the way down chain skirts. You can see these little compact miniature crossbows on their sides as well, but they're just kind of fumbling around. They see you standing in there. They just kind of blink their eyes a few times. It's like, well, you're a big one. Here, he holds out a wine flask.
Take it, smell it.
It's something intoxicating. You can smell the alcohol coming out of it.
Turn it up.
Yep. It's got kind of a woodsy, mushroomy taste to it. It's not bad, but it's very potent. It's some of the strongest stuff that you've had before. I'm assuming you don't just upend it, or do you?
No, I take
No.
a hefty swig though and hand it back.
Yep. It's like, Dad said that he hired some people on. Good choice. Kind of slaps you heartily on. Actually, has to reach up to do it. Slaps you heartily on her shoulder. Good choice.
He's kind of grunting the ugly smile that I have.
I'd introduce myself and my brother to you, but I'm afraid we're going to pass out now. And they do. They just right where they're standing, they just kind of slump and lay.
If I can tell there's a berth that's one of theirs or something, I'll drag them over to it.
Yeah, I mean, you can't tell us specifically, but there are hammocks strung up, so you just toss them in the hammocks.
Yeah.
So everybody got a good night's sleep. If anyone was down any hit points, you can get 1 hit point back from a good night's sleep, including Sully, oddly enough, who wakes up to really explicit songs coming through his head. Mia might wake up blushing a little bit. And yeah, it's 1 hit point back. Everybody got a good rest. You get your spells back, assuming that you spent time to look over your books and do the praying.
Once I can
There's
tell
no
they pass out good.
Yeah,
I'm gonna check their pockets.
sure. They've got coin purses. It looks like there's more platinum than much of anything else. Like going through it, there's a lot of very thin platinum coins. There's like each of them has like little bits of gold. There's not much gold, but platinum seems to be the most trading precious metal. They each have, again, that compacted crossbow. The chainmail is interesting. Like when you are checking their pockets and you're having to go up underneath it, it doesn't clink. It doesn't really make any sound, and it seems really light. They've got a couple of daggers strapped to them in various places, all balanced for throwing, and swords. The swords are odd. They're thin. They're about the size of a normal longsword, but the blades are much thinner.
Say, I don't want to be too obvious, but I'll if they've got a good set of coin on there, I'll lift 1 or 2 from each.
Sure.
Platinums.
Yeah, they're very thin, almost elliptical shape, with odd writing. Again, that spidery script kind of writing on them. You get a few handfuls from each pouch.
Yes, I don't want to be too not being too heavy-handed. But...
Okay, yeah. Take a few here and there. All right. Roll a d10. Cool. So you pick out eight of these coins, and half from one, half from another.
Okay.
Just on balance of things, you don't feel like that's going to change the weight of the purse very much if you take that much.
Cool. I'll secure them about my person.
Okay. There's been no discernible change in the light. It's, the dark has stayed the same. But at some point, hours ago, people stopped talking as much outside. You're seeing more people getting up and moving now, attending to the riding beasts and things like that. And eventually, your host does come back. He's a little in his cups as well, but he starts making food for everybody. And he eventually arouses his sons to get them up to. There's some cursing and yelling at them in some language, again, you don't understand. But hot food is put in front of everybody. And he says, well, we're going to begin our journey here shortly. I'll make sure the animals are fed. Teach you a little bit about the handling of them. They're a little temperamental, but they're good, strong beasts. At this point, you haven't seen what actually pulls this wagon. They weren't around when you, or hitched up when you came in. And I guess we'll end it there for the night.
Nice.
Okay.
Cool. So
Try to-
classified as actual platinum pieces, or
Yeah, they're platinum pieces. Yeah.
sweet,
platinum.
you've got 80 gold.
Yeah, I want to try to investigate where one might buy some of that advanced light crossbows that are compact and chain skirts that make no noise, etc., now that we know they exist, assuming Oak told the rest of the party.
Well, I think y'all can probably see those. And as we'd be talking, I'd be like, hey, when I was putting them in their beds, that armor's extremely light. Doesn't really make any noise when it clinks together either.
Starting to feel like maybe when they say that we're barbarians on the surface, they might have a point. Like their technology is super cool. Like they suck. Their attitude turbo sucks, but their technology seems pretty cool down here.
Sully, the voice in your head has not stopped. It keeps trying different things, from the foulest kind of language you can imagine to like erotic poetry to being being very bland and like reading recipe books.
I just one question is: does the volume change the distance I get away from the cabinet, or the?
Doesn't seem to.
Oh shit.
I think it's funny. The thief goes looking for valuables. You get something that's super annoying, and then I'm gonna put some dudes in bed and manage to get 8 platinum.
Oh no.
Jen, if you can make me a con roll real quick, we're gonna do a little bit of bookkeeping here.
Yeah. 1 second. Constitution. Oh, it's not letting me. I just do a D20.
Just roll a D20.
Yeah, because I have nothing to add to it. 7.
I mean, you're the oppressiveness is getting to you a little bit, but you're able to stave it off. But especially since being a druid, being used to having light and air, you're feeling a little stifled. At this point, mechanically, it's just worrying to you, but you're fine otherwise.
Okay.
But yeah, you want out as soon as you possibly can. The other thing that you notice is that there is actually a fair amount of natural things in these caverns that while you're praying to get your spells back, your mind kind of expanding into that natural field. There's all kinds of lichens and slimes and fungus, and there's a lot of living things down here. It's just not what you're traditionally used to working with.
Okay.
You're not getting your Disney princess forced animal fix, basically, but there's other stuff.
All these bugs come hopping over to you.
This is where I start like going sideways and everything starts getting really gross and oozy.
Yeah.
Any cricket.
Definitely. You have reached a safe spot. So what I do with experience is you can't get or spend experience when you're in danger. You got to a safe spot for the night. So accumulated from last game, this game, 320 each.
Okay. Hey, Bert, you wouldn't happen to know if Osric is compatible with the Necrotic Gnome OSE advanced stuff? Would you? It should be, right? Because they're both.
Honestly, I don't know.
I don't know
have
either.
those, but I haven't looked through them.
Yeah, I've
really
been
know.
wanting to download my itch stuff and see. I might look tonight. I don't know.
Cool. So we'll end it there, guys. We'll pick up next time, and I think we're doing this every 2 weeks, assuming folks want to continue on.
Yep, absolutely.
Works.
Yep. And well, let's just lead out. I didn't introduce myself at the beginning, so I'm Bert. I am the primary game master and host of Steam, Steal, and Murder, a podcast. Can be found at bluemagic.com, BLUMAGIK. And of course, hosting a few games here on the Notorious DMG. Oak, why don't you lead us out? Anything you want to plug?
Hey, again, I'm Oak, and you can catch me doing some 5e stuff on the weekends at midnight. Catch me on Twitch and YouTube, Urience, URAENCE. That's where I'll be at.
Jeff.
Twitch.tv/the Lollygaggers. We play every other Monday. Thursdays we're gonna start getting that going again, and a lot of like the weekends as well. And you can catch us also on Free League Publishing channel playing some Vaesen. So it's me.
Jen.
I am Jen, Defenders of Cobalt. Tomorrow night we're playing some spectaculars on Defenders of Cobalt channel. And yeah, there's more, but I'll leave that to other folks from Defenders.
Brendan.
Hi, I'm another folk from Defenders. And what I have to offer is that you should check out everyone here's Discord. The Lollygaggers are also in the DOK Discord. That's what Jeff is with. We're good folks. If you want to talk tabletop, come check us out and hang out. That's how I started doing this crazy stuff. I met these folks and they roped me in, and now I'm here and I live on Zoom. You can too. And I just want to say thanks. Thanks for running it. You can check me out on Twitch too. I draw stuff for tabletop, and that's usually like noon to 3 CST. Sometimes with Jen, we're doing a Pokemon thing. You can check that VOD out. So
Nice. And the Defender of Cobalt himself.
Yeah. Tomorrow night, Spectaculars. Friday night, we're kicking off our Mutant Year Zero campaign. And then also Saturdays, you can find us either on Free League Publishing or Goodman Games Official. We've got 2 copies of our zine out currently, and we're currently working on the 3rd one. One of the times when Bert's internet broke, Jen was showing us some of the layout stuff, and it's looking fantastic. So y'all got some stuff to look forward to. So yeah.
Sounds good. Well, say goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.